Now, I'd like to bring up another issue that's certainly been a hot topic, especially here in Congressional District 4, which is public lands, and particularly what we've been hearing ever since Cliven Bundy decided to wage a range war against the federal government. If elected to Congress, would you support efforts to enhance protection of areas like Gold Butte, and what do you think the federal government can do going forward to build a better relationship with communities when it comes to all this BLM land we have here in Nevada?
So look, first of all, I believe that our public lands should be controlled by the federal government, should continue. Here at the state level, we just simply cannot afford it. Right, we're having a hard time trying to fund our education system, let alone trying to take care of our public lands. But more importantly, there's the sensitivity to take care of our public lands and some of our national treasures like Gold Butte. We have to find ways on how to designate them as national monuments, just like Senator Reid has done. And again, Senator Reid has championed this issue for many, many years. And so now that he's retiring, we need to have elected officials who are willing to stand up and fight back against the Republicans who try to bring back those lands to the state of Nevada and who are opposed to designating some of these national monuments. And so again, in the legislature, this past legislative session, there was the Senate Joint Resolution number 1, which would send a message to Washington that we want our lands back, right? This was a bill put together by Pete Gocochea, who's good friends with the Cliven Bundy family, who is also good friends with Crescent Hardy. And so it was their little democratic group that sent this resolution out to Washington, D.C. I was one of the legislators who stood up on the Senate floor and spoke out against it. And so that is proven leadership. That is being able to fight back against these attempts by the Republicans to try to get the lands from the federal government back to the state. Again, I believe that we still have a lot of work to do. Senator Reid started that work, but we need to continue electing leaders who are willing to fight back against the Republicans.
Yeah, I remember there were other Bundy-related bills in the legislature.
Many of them.
That didn't quite go that far. But staying on the environment, I know these past few sessions, there's been a lot of work done on renewable energy and solar, and then a bill passed this past session that basically punted the future of net metering over to the Public Utilities Commission. And ever since then, it's been a major controversy, and now Solar City is trying to get a ballot referendum to basically undo that. Do you think the PUC went too far on net metering? And if elected to Congress, what do you think you can do in terms of preserving opportunities with large and smaller scale solar?
So to answer your question, yes, they went way too far. This past legislative session, we had a Republican-controlled Assembly and Senate. And to be quite honest with you, we couldn't trust the Republicans with this issue. So we decided that the PUC should determine the fate of this bill instead of the Republicans who we couldn't trust in the legislature. Obviously, the PUC made the wrong decision. This is obviously an issue that we have to address because, look, bottom line is this. People want to save money in the long run. They also want to protect our environment. And yet we're penalizing them, for having this opportunity to clean our environment and also save some money. That's just unacceptable. And look, in the legislature, I'm very proud of my record to have increased our renewable energy portfolio to 25%. We gave a lot of tax incentives to businesses who want to come and build renewable energy projects here in the state of Nevada. And I think that's the direction that we have to take. We have so much land here that we could be the leader in renewable energy across the world if we make the right investment. And I think we've taken the right step, but we also have to make sure that these decisions, such as the one that PUC made, don't happen in the future.
Mm-hmm.